Most people live in a dopamine trap. Most people let dopamine earned from easy and cheap sources rule their life. This has caused a dip in the baseline of dopamine, resulting into a widespread depression into not just our generations, but the generations that are to come. The dopamine that we earn from doom scrolling, from social media, from junk food, from movies, it causes depression. It is instantly gratifying ourselves and making our future selves suffer. What is the answer to this? It's dopamine discipline. It's you delaying your happiness, delaying your gratification. It's you having your dopamine released by doing some activities that require effort. Dopamine discipline is your ability to control when you release dopamine, how you release dopamine, and by what means you do it. What releases your dopamine. You can't have 100% control over what releases your dopamine, because dopamine is released by small things too. But you can control it to a big extent. It is not done by some silly mind exercises. No, it's done by you controlling your environment and your habits. Because when your brain gets lazy, it's basically when dopamine is earned from easy exercise, easy things, your brain gets lazy. And dopamine discipline is extremely required in this generation. The thing is, the modern world has given us the amenities to earn dopamine spikes that result into a lower dopamine baseline in the future very easily. We get that very easily from reels, from doom scrolling, from junk food, from lustful activities, from so much. Movies, Netflix, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, short form content, social media. The thing is, dopamine was there supposed to be to get us addicted to efforts, but now we are addicted to all this drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, all that stuff. Reels, movies. What is the answer to this? Dopamine discipline. There's surely got to be some steps to instill dopamine discipline, right? Yes, there are. And I'm going to be sharing 3 steps with you today that I learned from my own journey of instilling dopamine discipline. I don't have Instagram on my phone. I don't have YouTube on my phone. When I do use YouTube on my phone, I'm very conscious about it. I'm very conscious about what I'm watching. So let's get started, right? The first step is to go on a dopamine detox. These reels, these brain rot, it's not going to help you get anywhere. It's going to give you the spikes and give you a lower baseline than there was before. The dopamine receptors are going to be fried and you're going to be addicted to the internet. You're going to have a life of an addict. And I'm pretty sure you don't want that. I'm pretty sure you don't want to be addicted to the internet, because that means you spending 8 to 9 hours of the day, hours that you could spend on such important and productive stuff, on Reels, TikTok, YouTube. Not even learning anything, just scrolling. Get on a dopamine detox. It's gonna help you calm your mind down like nothing else. It's gonna help you have that boring time in the day you don't know what to do with, which is gonna bring up ideas, which is gonna bring up the craving to just do something, to have some effort. The next step is for you to delay gratification. Don't be happy right now. Do the workout right now, even if it doesn't make you happy, just so that your future self can be happier. That's just you delaying your gratification. Every single thing that you know is to be productive, it requires you to delay your gratification. You could be reading a book, meditating, doing anything that is productive, requires you to delay your gratification, delay your habits, delay your happiness. Sorry. This is the second step to dopamine discipline. Make sure you're delaying your gratification. When you get those instant gratification boosts, you lead yourself into depression, a pit of depression, a pit of emptiness. Make sure you're delaying your happiness. The third step is for you to have a habit tracker. A habit tracker has to be the greatest way to reward yourself for indulging in a good habit. Indulging in a habit that requires effort and hard work. To have a tick on your habit tracker after you have done an exercise is a reward which releases your dopamine. When you're not having dopamine released by the Instagram because you're on dopamine detox, by those instant gratification habits, you can rely on this, the habit tracker, the mighty habit tracker that's going to give you the reward of a tick once you do a meditation session, once you do an exercise, or whatever the habit that you listed down on the tracker. It's going to give you motivation and it's going to make you addicted. I promise you. After using a month of habit tracker, I can tell you myself, I'm addicted to those ticks. I'm addicted to getting those ticks. On the days when I would get very less amount of ticks on my habit tracker, by the time I'm about to go to bed, to sleep, I feel bad. I feel sad that I didn't fully get after it today. That is how you can get addicted to your habit tracker. You can get addicted to the ticks that you get from doing the effort habits, from doing the good habits. I'm sorry, it's raining outside, it's quite distracting. Any which ways, what is the outcome of instilling dopamine discipline? It is that your brain lights up for more meaningful work. Not for brain rot memes, not for Instagram, not for TikTok, but for meaningful work that require your effort. Your dopamine learns how to and when to be released. Your motivation increases and your brain calms down for once, which it probably hasn't for months or even years. So, instill this dopamine discipline into your life. I hope this video helped you. Goodbye. Jai Shri Krishna.